afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Lang Park for the 1992 Winfield Cup Grand Final between the defending premiers Eastern Suburbs and West. And here come the Tigers, led out by their skipper, 30-year-old Gavin Payne. Judging by the boos, I think West might be favourites here with the crowd this afternoon. Here's the Eastern Suburbs side. It's Mulvihill, the fullback. The wingers are Cannon and McGowan. The centres are Payne and Street. The halves are Dowden and Green, that's Paul Green, and the pack is Crosby. The second rowers are Crothers and Nielsen, and the front row Herman and Anderson. Andrew Neves, the hooker, and they're coached by the former international and John Lang.
And listen to the support for the Panthers, no doubt about where the crowd sentiments are today. They haven't won a grand final since 1976. They did win the preliminary final. They beat East convincingly on that occasion, 25-14. But let's have a look at the lineup. It's Craig Green at fullback, John Green on one wing, Maguire on the other. In the centres, it's Smith and Stratton. 5/8 is Bowen and Duncan, the halfback. Their lock forward is Liddell. In the second row, it's Mills and Schuler. The front row is O'Reilly and Shaw. And the hooker, of course, is Fitzgerald. And their coach is Gary Grinke. And we'll just see who's going to come out of this one. Here's the kick-off coming up. It's going to be Green putting it downfield. It'll be taken back there by Paul Green. There's 3 Greens in action out there today. Dummy half is Neve. He'll send it across there. Comes on to Anderson. Anderson going for the line. He's going to score. First score of the match. Eastern Suburbs are in the front row. Peter Anderson is over for the try, and they open up a lead of 4 points to 0.
I think, as Greg Dowling outlined, John Lang just wanted probably a hard 20-25 from Anderson. Full bore, and there's the evidence of it. He's crossed for the big 4-pointer. East lead 4-0.
Going to be waved away, so the score remains East's leading by 4 points to 0. Lost the ball in the tackle. There's going to be a penalty to West. Pretty good crowd out here at Lang Park for this match today. Here's the kick. No doubt about it, straight through the centre. So West get their first points on the board, but East set the lead of 4 points to 2.
On the 22-metre line is where Gavin Duncan feeds the ball, and East are going to come up with it again, are they?
Well, he's got him for not retiring, but why Gavin Duncan doesn't put it under his own lock speed, I'm not sure, because he's putting it in just behind the hooker and they're getting pushed off it, and no other league halfback puts it anywhere near the middle. Why not put it under your lock speed?
Have a look at Alan Langer, and he's the Rothmans gold medal best and fairest.
Jeff Tuvey the other day missed the scrum just about. In defence is very good, but now West with the ball.
Here's Liddell. They got the pass out wide to Stratton. He's a metre short of the line. Come on! Anderson want to be careful he doesn't end up in the bin. Sam Smith, he's got it to Schuler. That's it, they're in. West have hit back. He's propped up the ball, 10 out from the line, and eventually it was the captain, Paul Schuler, that went in to score, and Western Suburbs lead by 6 points to 4.
And here you'll see Smith, the former Ipswich player, has played for Queensland. Gets Crosby on him, then 2 come in to make the tackle, which leave the space for Schuler. That's 6-4 to Wests.
Makes no mistake, and Western Suburbs lead of the grand final by 8 points to 4. Well, Western Suburbs continue to roll their forwards, Greg Dowling, as they chip for Duncan to chase. And it's Duncan, hands away to Smith. John Green, he doesn't need him, he's in. Sam Smith is in. He had John Green on the outside. The bounce of the ball's gone Western Suburbs' way. And West now race to a vital lead of 12 points to 4.
Well, he got the points. Here's the bad bounce now coming up for Gavin Payne. He's come back. Really nothing you can do about that. Maintains his composure, Gavin Duncan, rather well. Finds his support outside. This here, perhaps, is where Sam Smith could have passed. Opted not to, over the line.
Will he keep the 100% record intact? It's coming around. She's a ripper. Western Suburbs at half-time lead by 14 points to 4 as the teams leave the field after Eastern Suburbs led 4-0 after 14 minutes of play.
East up offside, penalty Western Suburbs. The Matadi lead. Here's his kick. No doubt about it. So West have a lead now of 16 points to 4. Back the other way, Bowen with it again. They got plenty of players. This is Mills starting to go. Got his pass outside, cutting his way through. Over there is Smith. Smith coming up, did it back inside. And here's the try for the winger in green. And that'll wrap it up, I'd say. West going right off out there in the centre of field, and why not? They've opened up a big lead of 20-4.
Well, a couple of those players blew it earlier. Green throwing the inside pass to Sam Smith that went to ground somewhere or other after a big run from Mills. This time, Mills was involved again. He gave it to Smith. Smith, a beautiful left hand over the top into John Green, who read it very well. It was good, sensible play from the wing and no space out wide. And again, Bowen was involved, giving that space to Steve Mills, who in ditto gave some to Sam Smith, and Smith had two options, a little left-footed chip kick. He gave that one a flick and decided to go for the pass. It was a beautiful one into John Green under the post, and as Billy said, that will just about wrap it up, and Wests know that it has.
There's the kick. No doubt about it. Through it goes. So the West lead is a good one at Lang Park. It's 22-4 now.
The category at this stage, but there's things about Steve Mills' game that remind me of blue plats.
Yeah, here they go again. This is Bowen. He sends it outside. They start to stretch out a little bit again with Stratton. Over the top it goes. This will be another try. He's in again, Green. And West careering away now. Green into the corner. And they've got a lead of 26-4.
There's that man again, Bowen. And that one again as well, Sam Smith. This time Mills was out of it. He'd been in earlier. Smith finds the sideline, knows that John Green's come inside. Both East defenders sucked in. Pass taken high from John Green. He's happy enough to test his goal kicking from the sideline.
See what he can do from here. It's a bit low this one, but it's got to be there. He's booted it over. And he's set this crowd alight at Lang Park today. 28-4. West are leading East.
So Eastern Suburbs. Duncan's come away with it towards the line, and he's in. Gavin Duncan from the base of the scrum. Oh, Tinkerbell down the chalk, in the corner. 32 points to 4.
Well, East couldn't tackle him, but his teammates did a fair job after he scored the try. They really decked him. Great play from Gavin Duncan. It's come out straight back out by the looks of it to me, but he's done the old off the left foot, off the right foot, inside and around Sean Davis. Over in the corner, and we'll test John Green this time. Can he make it 6 out of 6?
The Panthers, they want another one.
They'll go right, they'll get one.
Duncan floats one. Straight for the corner. Graham Stratton. In he goes. He's played well today, the centre. And Graham Stratton goes in to score. Western Suburbs 36, Eastern Suburbs 4. Fitzgerald now pushes him out of the way to get there. To Duncan. Green, 10 metres out, hands free, Wayne Treleaven, unselfishly to Stratton for try number 2, puts it down. Wayne Treleaven only on the park about 3 minutes. 20 years with his club and in a grand final sets up his centre partner of the moment, Graham Stratton, for try number 2. Be the playmaker at first receiver. He has the football, he spins it. Niels. Who's got it now? Can they get an overlap? They finally get it out wide to Greg Street. He'll go in the corner.
This is Payne attempts to kick, and they will get double figures.
He's kicked it. Great goal. Great conversion. West lead 40-10. There'll be one more play the ball. No, won't be now, but they should score. They need hands fast and left. It goes to ground. Picked up by Greg Street. That's it. That's the grand final to Western Suburbs, their first since 1976, and they have comprehensively defeated the defending premiers Eastern Suburbs by 40 points to 10. And Andrew Slack, a very, very comprehensive performance indeed.
Well, you don't have to look further than the scoreboard to realise that, but it was one, I think, pretty well based on a good forward effort. Once they, as we've said before, they got themselves into the mode, and Paul Schuller led from the front. Steve Mills, who was touted before the game as the big match breaker. East kept a hold on him for a good little while, but then he started to make that space. People were looking off support, coming off support for him, and Craig Bowen got the backs moving beautifully. Paul Schuller, the captain of West, picking up the Winfield Cup, and
with a great deal of difficulty too, I might add.
Actually tips it over, but the lid was going to bite the dust there, but Schuller, a very happy man, well deserved as we say, and his teammates there applauding.
And one of their fans in the background there is determined to make it to television. And the rest of the players followed on there and got their particular rewards after that.